unfortunately, we've got to follow that up with, why is this a thing?
Oh, God.
And, I'm going to let you take us through this one, because basically it looks to me like a bunch of like popular YouTubers have been promoting FIFA gambling sites to kids.
They have. I mean, we've already seen earlier last year, there was the whole thing with Pro Syndicate and another live streamer who did the whole thing with CSGO Lotto.
Yeah.
And the whole of gambling with skins in that. But it's also happened with a FIFA Ultimate Team streamer, a guy by the name of Craig Douglas, who goes by the name of NepentheZ. And he opened a website called FUT Galaxy where you gambled the FIFA Ultimate Team virtual currency, and basically you could win thousands of pounds worth of the currency for you in game. Now that's shady enough as it is, but the problem has come up where NepentheZ did a video where he says, I found this great site called FUT Galaxy, and then goes on to gamble on the website and wins thousands of pounds worth of the credit in his video, and then encourages his viewers to do the same, while not once saying that he was one of the owners of that website. So yeah, that's basically where the British Gambling Commission came in and went, that is not on. Oh no, you don't. We're basically going to be taking away, because he was effectively, one, he didn't it's kind of like show that I feel he didn't do enough to show that he was the owner of the site, and two, he really was promoting it to minors, because essentially that's like his audience is fairly young, and it just really gets me angry. However, he was taken to court. He pleaded guilty. Sorry, I should use the correct words. He pleaded guilty to the charges at the beginning of last week, after claiming innocence up until then, and the Gambling Commission has fined him £91,000, whereas his business partner by the name of Dylan Rigby has been fined £164,000 for his involvement. And Douglas has since gone on saying that, thanking his fans, and has said, that the worst year of his life is over. But I'm going to make this point. The website is still functional. It is still taking in bets. You can't access it from the UK, but other countries around the world can go onto FUT Galaxy and bet their FIFA Ultimate Team coins. He is still making money from that. He is still benefiting from that website, and I think it's absolutely disgusting. It's like I don't understand. Well, I mean, I can understand why people are doing it, because it's streamers. They're trustworthy. They're one of us. They're they're my friend. They say, "Hey guys," at the beginning of the videos. It's like, yeah, there's my friend, and it just annoys me so much that people think that they can get away with that, because it's very clear that they know what they're doing is shady. It's clearly not above the law. It's just
it's really bad.
I mean, Matt, what's your take on all of this? Because I mean, I've had enough ranting.
It's really bad. I mean, the first just like, oh, by the way, you don't have to be over 18 because
it's a game.
It's a game. It's like that. That's some really, really leading bullshit, that is. I think, so the UK Gambling Commission weighed in on this as well, and its boss, Sarah Harrison, was like, this is one of the most serious cases that's been investigated and prosecuted by the Commission. The defendants knew the site was used by children. They knew their conduct was illegal. They turned a blind eye to it in order to achieve substantial profits. She goes on to say, all websites offering gambling facilities in Britain must be licensed. And this is key. Like, licensing is there to protect minors. It's to protect children and vulnerable people. And so, rightly so, they can no longer operate in the UK. Unfortunately, that just means there's going to be unlicensed gambling going on there in several other countries. And if you have, the thing I worry about is that people in the UK will try and find a way around it for some bizarre reason, if they're hooked or addicted or whatever, because, addiction does happen. And we'll try and find ways, whether that's via VPNs or whatever. And yeah, to your point, they're still raking the money in. though they've been hit with these fines, there was talk of jail time. I think the court should throw the book at them.
They really should. I mean, at the same time, I think that hopefully this is setting a precedent so they can go after others that have done this. Because the one thing that really disgusted me was the fact that this whole thing with Pro Syndicate happened with the CS:GO Lotto, and nothing really came about it at all, other than Steam withdrawing access to the site to use Steam's networks to kind of log in for it. And like loads of people, like big websites kind of went, oh god, how terrible is this, including Eurogamer. And then sort of like a few weeks later it's like, oh yes, come meet Pro Syndicate at Eurogamer Expo. And it was just like this kind of thing really annoys me, because it's kind of like, yes, this is terrible, but we're going to keep going because money.
Yeah.
We're like, EA aren't going to really try and look to shut it down because money. Valve aren't really going to go and sort of like throw the book at everyone because money. It's just so annoying, and it's a real, because our industry is so young in comparison to like betting on sports and things like that. People are trying to do everything that. All the old tricks, and hoping that, oh, no one will catch us this time because, you know, we're trustworthy, we're streamers, we're YouTubers, yay. And they are slowly getting caught, but it's the fact that we're not actually really jumping on it and going no is really annoying me, like really throwing the book. They need to throw the book at these people and show that this cannot be done. This isn't them making a simple mistake, which some of NepentheZ's followers are saying is, oh, yeah, so don't worry, man. Everybody makes mistakes. You just made one mistake. He duped you.
You did.
And he's continuing to dupe you. And no, that is not on. He clearly knew what he was doing. He clearly knew who he was aiming at. And he should be punished. Like, it is not on. It's not like he was a 19 or 20-something YouTube streamer. He's 32. And he should know better.
And to that point, like, yeah, the ignorance plea is ridiculous. That's why they pleaded guilty.
Yeah.
And it's important to note, like, we are not at all attacking gambling in general. Like, gambling is an activity that plenty of people enjoy wonderfully, legally, responsibly, in moderation. Is great. This guy went on his channel promoting a gambling site he owned without disclosing it, encouraging minors to do the same, and that's why the court should throw the book at him. That's why people are angry. That's why that's a dick move. That's a fucking dick move. Shame on you, Craig Douglas. Shame on you. Like, it's just really bad. And you're right, it's sickening. It's actually sickening. And I don't want to talk about it anymore, because, yeah.
It's a terrible thing.
It's just a terrible thing.
Move on.
Why is this a thing? Unfortunately, we've answered our own question there. It's a thing because there are dicks in this world.
Yeah.
And there are exploitative dicks in this world. So sadly, we haven't answered this week for why is this a thing. But hopefully this will help commissions, this will help regulating bodies get a little bit more wise. Because as you say, this is a young industry, but it's moving fast. And the thing is, more archaic institutions are struggling to catch up. This is a high profile case. And yeah, it hit the news, and hopefully it is a wake up call and people start cracking down on this. Not to impinge on, the 99.9% of people who gamble responsibly, but to clamp down on, exploitative pricks like Douglas and Rigby. So, yeah, I'm done talking about these guys now.
We're done. Yep.
We're done.
Done.
Drop mic.